Welcome to the podcast that is number one on your drunk dial list, as it should be. Hashtag just saying. You did the whole thing this time.
Yes.
Oh, the pride.
Woo.
I have much pride.
Yay.
Oh, you guys. It is Friday.
Yay.
We're recording this on November 11th.
Yay.
Yeah. It's been an interesting week in the United States. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to say.
We're not a political podcast, so
Nope.
we ain't saying shit.
Nope.
You know what happened?
Yep. I don't know what to say. Okay, so let's get right into the meat and potatoes of this whole thing. All right? Saturday, we filmed the... knocking them over.
Actually.
What? What?
Can we stop you right there for a second?
You may. Let's do it. What's up?
Today is Veterans Day.
It is Veterans Day. I had to work though because my company
blows.
I didn't say that. He said that. No, that's
I can because I don't work there.
That's one of those things that like we traded Veterans Day for like the day after Thanksgiving.
You'll be happy when that comes.
Yeah, obviously I respect veterans, but I want to sleep in day after Thanksgiving.
I got you.
I can respect veterans and want to sleep in at the same time. There we go.
So, we'd also like to give out thanks to all the veterans out there. Active, non-active.
Yes.
Served, serving.
Yes.
I'm going back to like during like World War II and World War I and all that. All the way up to now. All veterans listening all over.
My grandfather's World War II. Both of them. My uncle, Vietnam.
Good morning, Vietnam!
No good mornings in Vietnam. No good mornings.
Good night, Vietnam!
Peace. Peace out. Okay.
Peace, Middle East.
So while we're on, this is actually perfect that we're going to talk. Actually, this is kind of perfect that we're going. It is. I'm just looking at the. You gotta. So it is kind of perfect that it's Veterans Day. We're going to talk about real quick. Just update you guys. Last Saturday, we did our season finale shoot. We went to Groton, Connecticut, and we shot video at the USS Nautilus Submarine. I've never been on... Yeah, huh?
It nods.
Nautilus. I've never been on a submarine before.
Me neither.
I have a new respect for those people who have to do that. Holy shit.
If you're claustrophobic, do not go on a submarine.
Or tall.
Look around.
If you're tall or claustrophobic, it is not the place for you. They have, right before we walked on, they had this big sign with all these warning things, like, if you are claustrophobic, if this, and this.
If you're happy, you know what that means.
So, yeah, like, I was a little nervous because I'm like, I get a little leery of things that have to warn you. Like, there's a list of contingencies, like, if you have this, if you have a heart condition, da-da-da-da.
If you got diarrhea.
If you have diarrhea, you are not going to go on a submarine. At all. Because there's no bathrooms. Oh my god, the bathrooms on the submarine! Like, I was telling...
There's no bathrooms.
One's
on a submarine.
Wait,
no bathrooms.
There's no bathrooms that the public can use.
Right.
But
there
they
are
show
bathrooms,
you...
but they're like...
Yeah, obviously. I mean, they show all these rooms, and they have like kind of a plexiglass wall up, so you can look into the room, but you can't go in.
And creepy mannequins.
Oh, shitballs! All right, there was like some parts of the tour where it's like you almost. I mean, the hallways are very, very tight, right? Like I'm 5'7". I don't know how wide or width my shoulders are, but I was like shoulder to shoulder to the wall. It was crazy.
And then trying to get through the doorways. You gotta step over like a foot and a half high of...
Okay, let me try to explain.
The doorway is like hatches.
Yes, let me try to explain the doorway to you. Picture a hole in the middle of your wall, like an oval, and you have to get through it. There's like a little, it's like off of the thing, so it's like you have to step over it, and then there's like a weird lip there, because they're little hatches, so they have to be able to, if they need to shut down a section of the submarine for whatever reasons.
Lock down the door.
Yeah, they gotta lock it down. It's airtight, so it's like you have to get over the lip. So it's like, so I'm 5'7", so I was like, I'm gonna whack my head on this thing.
Right, because you gotta step over and duck at the same time.
Yes! And I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. I can't multitask at life. I don't multitask at life. I don't do it.
Yeah. There we go.
So
I'm trying before she knocked it over.
But you know what? Here's the thing, though. My two concerns were, I'm gonna hit my head and it's gonna hurt.
Go.
And then I'm like, because I knew I could step through. I'm like, I can get through this. But my other thing with that was like, I need to not hit my head and I need to not catch my foot, because I kept catching the toe of my shoe on the lip of the thing, and I do this weird hop to like free myself.
Let's go through the hop.
Twisting the night away. So I'm trying to like hop, and it's I'm pretty sure it was humorous. I wish I could have.
We literally got to hop down a rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Well, it wasn't down; it was through.
We went down the rabbit hole.
That's a rabbit hole for us.
It was crazy, but it was very interesting. And then it's like you go down these really thin hallways, really tight hallways, and you'll turn a corner and there'll be like a plexiglass thing, and then there'll be like a mannequin in a room. It'll scare the shit out of you because you're not ready for it.
At least 3 times it startled me.
Yeah, I got it a couple times. I was like,
jump and scream like Ned Flanders, but I did warn her for every one of them. I was kind enough to warn her, which sometimes I wish I didn't.
Thanks a lot.
So then I can hear, oh, Jesus Christ.
A couple of times it got me, and I probably have it on film. We tried to film as much as we could. The problem is that you're in tight quarters, and you're trying to walk through and see everything, and it's like, it's because you can't walk around people, so you literally have like a line. There's like a progression line, and we had... follow. Yeah, and we had a few people ahead of us. A few people ahead of us who were not very desirable. And a couple of people behind me. Although I swear that woman behind me, like, she was laughing her ass off at stuff we were saying. It's like... so I'm sure she was amused. But...
A couple times we had to move over to the side for let other people walking through to go by.
Okay.
Because we weren't in tour mode.
Well, not really. No, I mean we weren't like we wanted to film it. We were walking around, but it's like we weren't doing the audio tour or anything. This is like the 9th time that you and I have completely said fuck off to the audio tour and have just done our own thing. It's too funny.
It's like the mansions.
Yeah, the mansions. We were like, nah, we got it. It's a room.
Tab helped us with that.
Yeah, Tab facts. Hashtag Tab facts.
She listened. She gave us the facts and just the facts.
Hashtag Tab facts. So, yeah, it was interesting. It gets kind of... So, like, there was one point where there was a small family behind us. I mean, they weren't, like, young people. They were all older people. And Sean and I kind of like, huddled in a corner. So we were waiting for them to pass. Now, I don't know if social contract happened or something happened. And, like, these people they just stood there and waited for us to... It was weird. Because I was waiting for them to move, and they were waiting for us to move, and nobody was moving.
And we were getting aggravated.
Yeah, a little bit.
We were just kind of... and doing this heavy sighs to ourselves. Like,
I know.
Move!
Yeah, and they weren't moving.
Get away from us.
So, that kind of sucked. But, whatever. I mean, it was a good tour. It's free.
Yeah.
If you want to go and walk around Submarine, it's free. They have a museum also. You can walk around. We filmed that a little bit, as much as we could.
They have a gift shop, too.
They have a gift shop. I bought a hat.
It's right there.
Yeah, I bought a hat. It's not on camera. I bought a shirt.
She had it on before here, but she's wearing the hat that I made.
I'm wearing the work hat now. I'm a woman of many hats.
You many hats?
My
friend Jill with many t-shirts.
I have many hats.
She'll probably get one Sunday. Right, Jeff?
So, now that we've covered that, that'll be up whenever, I don't know.
When she gets time.
Yes.
Her busy schedule.
Said in the last podcast, I do not have time. I don't. I wish I did.
Back time.
I wish I could. Or at least, like,
From a distance.
Yeah, from a distance. You know, I need an assistant. I need an assistant to do things, like go to work for me.
Remember a long time when I said send your watch because
it's a smartwatch? Because my watch was a smartwatch and it could probably do my job better than I could.
You laughed your ass off when I said that joke.
I did. It was funny.
You stay home, send your watch to work.
I wish I could. My phone is smart. Still can't do my job.
Send them both.
So, we got that out of the way. It'll be up whenever. I'm like, there's like 4. Are there 4 other videos? We have the
at least 3.
We have the 2 Jamestown ones.
I thought you were gonna say James Bond.
James Bond. Dun, 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 dun. No, that's the Mission Impossible. Sorry. Oh fuck. I don't know. Whatever. I don't.
I'm trying to think of that scene in Goonies with Data. He puts the James Bond theme on before he drops through.
Yeah, I know. It's just.
I've never seen the movies.
I like the James Bond movies. Not Daniel Craig's, but that's okay. Anyway, so there's a few more that's got to go up first. What can I do? So, this Sunday.
Sunday.
I hope you guys are ready. I hope you're ready.
Are you ready?
This Sunday. Okay. This Sunday, Comic-Con.
Yay!
Comic-Con. I know Comic-Con's already happened all over the fucking world, but we're finally getting it.
Their first day was today.
So the Rhode Island Comic-Con has begun. We will be attending on Sunday.
Sunday.
You love saying that. It's okay. I'm with you.
Yes.
So we'll be attending on Sunday. It should be fun. We went to the Comic-Con last year. You
got lanyards?
I love a good lanyard. I love when I get.
I'm looking at hers from last year right now.
Listen,
right behind the camera.
Anytime in my life that I can attend something, and in return I get a lanyard, day made. Day made. I love lanyards. What can I do? I feel very, very official when I get one. I went to the in Connecticut, the Pez factory. I went on the Pez factory tour, and they give you a lanyard. Yay! And I was ecstatic. You would have thought this fucking guy handed me the keys to the factory. Ooh. He's like, "Here you go, and here's your lanyard." I'm like, "Oh, I get a pass on a lanyard." I win. I win at life right now. Excuse me. That is also a very good tour, and it's like $5. It's a cute little tour. It's not very long. It'll take you about 10 minutes to get through the whole fucking thing, but I just gave a shout out to Pez. They do nothing for me. That's okay.
You guys have a new lanyard?
Get me a lanyard. Stat. So I'm for sure. I'm positive we'll get a new lanyard at Comic-Con. I'm good with that.
Well, we should for $40 entry fee.
Oh, here we go. Sean. Okay.
I am against this.
I'm not for it. I'm against it.
$15, fine. $20, fine. Maybe $25 for entrance into the building alone. Why the hell should we pay $40?
If you buy them online, you pay $35.
Oh.
Saturday sold out.
I'll bet.
Saturday sold out. So
I figured that'd be the busiest day. Fridays are the days I wish we can go.
Really? Why? What's happening Friday that...
Normally a lot of people are like at work or school or whatever.
Oh, so just
it's not as busy or chaotic as Saturday or Sunday.
Just for crowd purposes, you'd rather go on Friday.
Just like with the Rock and Shock Horror Convention I like to go to.
Mm-hmm.
I usually prefer going Fridays.
Okay.
Because the whole crowd's going to be there Saturday, and maybe 2/3 of that would be there Sunday. Sunday.
I understand. I just
But
what can we do?
it.
Yeah, I mean,
I can easily take the day off, but you and Joe can't.
Yeah, I can't. It's very difficult, and this is open enrollment time. I work in the insurance biz as my day job. Well, it is what it is in the biz. So, yeah, it's open enrollment, so I can't. I'm very
open.
Sean, I am very busy.
Yes.
I am very busy.
I second her busyness.
Yep. Motion carried.
Yes.
So, $40 to get in.
Boom.
So, yeah, they're kind of sliding it to you.
Suck.
They're kind of sliding it to you before you really get in the door. So,
With no Vaseline.
Nope. So, you pay, alright, so you guys don't, if you don't know about Comic-Con,
As
you pay.
Q would say.
Yep, you pay, you get in. It's $40.
Boo.
If you want to get an autograph from somebody, that's an additional however much they charge.
Some couple of 20, most of 40, and the ridiculous ones are 80.
Yes.
Stanley's 100.
Oh, Jesus.
Really?
Listen, I was having a conversation with somebody the other day who said, "Oh, you're going to Comic-Con?" Yes, I am. Are you going to meet Stan Lee? I have an itch on my back. Are you going to meet Stan Lee? And I said, no! I have no inclination to meet Stan Lee. It's like,
it would
oh.
be nice, but...
And this person said, oh, well, you really like Marvel. How come you're not going to meet Stan Lee? Because I don't want to piss away $100 just to meet somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I could meet an old guy for free at a nursing home. I could meet an old guy for free with Alzheimer's, probably convince him that he's Stan Lee. Sure, you're Stan Lee. I am? Yes. Great. And, all it would cost me is strained peas or something. A little jar of crushed bananas. Whatever. But, yeah, I mean, and he's like 90.
Around there, yeah.
So, I understand time is limited.
So why are you charging $100?
I am not saying I wish that upon him, but, I mean, you're only allowed what you're allowed in life, so... and this is his last Comic-Con appearance as well.
New England.
Well, yeah,
Probably
because...
I would say it's time for him to go home and relax.
Well, he has his own Comic-Con. He started a Stan Lee Comic-Con.
Of course he did.
So, he has that. And, I'm sure he'll be making appearances at his own Comic-Con. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he?
Probably has his own throne and everything.
Throne!
Sit there with the crown and the cape.
My subjects! Excelsior!
Jesters!
So...
Come hither. Amuse me.
So, I mean, I have no thing to meet Stan Lee. I'm good. I like his creations. I like the work that he's done. I love his cameos in the Marvel movies.
Funny.
Yeah, they're usually really funny. And,
Quick.
Yeah, well, yeah. But,
10 to 15 seconds and he's out.
Yeah, I don't need to meet him. And, plus...
we'll just walk by. Stan! What's up?
Tom Bosley! Plus, like I was gonna say, as I've covered.
Right. I'm throwing deuces up in the air. I want to make sure that the lights on make it look like the middle finger or something.
I don't care. You can flip people off. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, but so I. That was like, wow, that was like a punch up, like a quickie, like peekaboo. Peekaboo.
For those just listening, I just did a little test and just quickly do the middle up. In the
yes,
video.
he did. We move on. So, okay, so Stan Lee. I mean, I don't need to meet Stan Lee. The Gotham folk are going to be there. I know you're going to be in line for a couple of them.
Yep.
Bruce?
Nope. Never.
Well, the guy who played the kid who plays Bruce won't be there anyway. So
he's probably a cool kid or a cool guy in person, but
I'm sure
just
he
the
is.
Bruce character on Gotham is what I can't stand about him.
Yeah, Sean
has to play.
Sean has a lot of venom for that character. He really, really does.
As you probably heard over like the last 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it's really funny because the very first episode that we did together was a Comic-Con episode.
Yes, so this would be like an anniversary one for me.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah. Because, I started the show with somebody else, and they stopped showing up. So,
Who was that?
Huh?
Who was that?
It was a friend of mine.
Oh.
So, he, through unfortunate circumstances, he stopped showing up. So, Sean showed up, so he kept showing up. So.
Yep. Every week, I'm back.
Yep.
I'm back. Hello, man.
So, so the first episode that we did together had been right after the Comic-Con. So, this is yeah, I mean, like, this is kind of an anniversary. Makes it kind of cool.
Yes.
We were going to we were going to film, and like I had spoken to the Comic-Con people, and they were like, yeah, you can do that, but
always a big butt.
And there's a whole list of buts, and
a lot of butts.
There's a lot of butts on that page. So, and
plus there's butts in our mind about it.
Huh?
There's butts about it in our mind too.
Yeah, so I mean,
it'll be a lot of work too.
It will be a lot of work, and it's like I don't believe that it can be one thing or another. Like, it's either like we're there to work or we're there to enjoy ourselves, and in my mind, it's like we almost can't do both.
Not there.
Yeah, so I don't know.
We'll try to film stuff, and then we'll be like, should we ask these people if we can film them first? And
yeah, because.
I'm just talking about the regular people like us that would dress up.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. Mm-hmm. That was what the Comic-Con people had told me, is that you can film the cosplayers and stuff, but you have to get their permission. Mm-hmm. So it's like we would literally have to have somebody follow behind us with a clipboard and have them sign some kind of release form. And I'm like,
You got a new printer, you can print them out. Mine still isn't hooked up, and we still need ink for ours.
Doesn't that suck when your computer needs ink? And it's one of those things that you're just like, yeah, I'll get around to it.
Well, the stuff I want to print out for like CD covers or DVD covers or something.
Yeah.
I need color ink. And it's like
I understand.
$24 for one cartridge for me.
I get it. Believe me, I do. Mm-hmm. That was when I went to buy the printer that I bought it because it only took 2 cartridges, and the other one that was like the model up took like 8 fucking cartridges of ink.
Wow.
And I'm like, yeah, no.
Never again.
Yeah, I'm not doing that shit.
You know what's funny?
Yes.
Besides us. I struggle to want to pay $24 for an ink cartridge. But yet in 2 days I'm about to blow $200 at Comic-Con.
Because you have your priorities correct, son. These are the priorities in life.
Oh, autographs.
Listen, tomorrow I have to go and pay some bills.
Oh,
and then with whatever money left over, I get to have fun at Comic-Con. And the only thing I really need to make sure I do is have the entrance fee earmarked. And then the only person whose autograph that I am 100% that I want is Robin Lord Taylor.
Penguin.
Which somebody is going to hook me up with because I have social anxieties.
I will gladly do it for her.
Which my husband was like, maybe you should talk to them. And I'm like, I'm not talking to anybody about it. It's just... Anyway.
Make sure he doesn't do it for you.
Yeah, I know. My husband...
He
went to the doctor today, and I'm like, don't rat me out.
Again.
Every time my husband goes to the doctor, he rats me out to the doctor. Tara's not feeling well. And I have a pre-existing medical thing, so the doctor's like, oh, she needs to come in. Oh, my God. And I'm like, no.
I don't want to either for my doctor because damn copays.
Well, you know what? It's not even the copay. It's I mean, I love my doctor. He's great, and it's usually not that much for a copay. I think it's like $25 for me. It's
Mine's 15.
Oh, you have a less expensive copay than me, and you're complaining?
Yes. That's $15 I don't want to give my doctor's office.
Oh boy. I would gladly pay $15 than the $25 I have to pay, but
a long time ago when I had I think it was Harvard Pilgrim with the city. It used to be $5. Then it jumped up to 20. I don't even know what to say to that. Some way, somehow, it's now 15. Some way, somehow.
I don't even know what to say to that. Holy shit.
There you go. You know what to say.
Yeah, holy shit. It's but my thing is that not wanting to go is that I just don't have. I'm wicked busy. I just don't have the time. I have no personal time at all. I've used it all up.
I wouldn't care about going to the doctor's anytime during the week because I can just use sick time.
Oh, Sean, you and I should change bosses.
Oh, you should just come join us. That would be nice.
I should do it. I want a badge. Give me a lanyard, and I'm totally on board. I want a lanyard. Let's do it.
Yay.
Okay. So anyway, Sean's going to hook me up with Robin Lord Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
I already have Sean Pertwee, so I'm fine with that.
But she's got to hear his caramel voice.
Oh, man! I will melt. I will be a puddle of goo in the middle of the floor for Pertwee. Oh. Woo!
I still want to ask him to do my voicemail.
You want to ask him to do your voicemail?
Yes.
Why?
Oh, this speaks so cool. Plus, his name's Sean too, so.
Yeah, his name is. I'm not sure he can accommodate you, but.
Can you just do this for me, but pretend it's your own phone?
Oh gosh. So it should be fun. If we can.
Or have Robin do it as the penguin.
Well, yeah, but the penguin is his own voice, so.
That'd be awesome.
So I mean, it's not.
This is the mayor of Gotham.
Yeah. Don't leave a message. I won't call you back. You're dead.
You reached my boy Sean's phone. He's not here right now, but leave a message if you want. I don't care.
Leave a message or don't. Who gives a shit? Oh boy. So I'm just lost. So anyway, that should be interesting. If we can sneak some pics, I'll try to and throw them up on the Instagram thing. I promise nothing. Right,
because these days you can be a friend on the side taking a picture.
Yeah.
Of your buddy getting an autograph because those.
Right.
Who's it that comes with these people? Are they like PRs or something? Or
I'd like to think that it's some kind of assistant.
Well, the assistants suck. They'll turn to you and say, "Yeah, pay to take a picture."
It's true.
That is so ridiculous.
We went last year, and I think we got busted.
I think Joe did.
Yeah, it was Joe with who was that? Lou Ferrigno?
Yes. Got
in trouble.
Lou was taking a picture with somebody else, and Joe was trying to sneak in a picture of Lou.
Yeah, and he got busted. Didn't you get in trouble at not the Comic-Con, but it was a different con?
Almost got in trouble.
I
lied my way out of that.
Catherine Bach?
Yeah.
Oh!
I was taking a picture of her signing her picture to Joe. And I got Joe in the picture. And her assistant or agent was telling me, "Am I taking a picture of Catherine?" And I said, "No." She said, "No. If you were, I got to charge you $40.
Wow.
Using my own personal cell phone to take a picture of Catherine signing a picture. Lady's telling me I got to pay an extra $40.
That's when you say, "All right, I'll delete it," and then delete it in front of her, and then as you walk away, go to your deleted thing and retrieve it.
Or just quickly take 2 or 3 pictures and delete one.
Photo burst. Yeah, so these things can get
suck these days. Go to these shows. They take all the fun out of you. They suck you like a vampire.
I don't know.
Sucking vampires.
Some people are really, really cool about stuff.
Thank
Some people aren't.
Like the people. I would be if we were famous.
Yeah, I mean, I would do.
I wouldn't charge no more than like $25.
Yeah, like $20 for the autograph.
Yeah.
I think the picture should be free. You know why? Because if you saw either of us on the street and said, "Can we get a selfie with you?" I wouldn't charge you $20. Because that's a dick move.
Yes.
So I think pictures should be free because, I mean, pictures are like, meh. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So photos should be free because, I mean, if you ran, I guarantee you, if you ran into Robin Lord Taylor because he's in New York. Mm-hmm. So if you ran into Robin Lord Taylor on the streets of New York and said, "Oh my God, Robin, can I get a picture with you real quick?" If he's like not in a huge hurry, he'll do it. Mm-hmm. And he's not going to charge you. He'll do it for like free.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, and I'm just using him as an example. I don't even know that he charges for a photo. I'm just saying.
Maybe I should ask.
Maybe you should, but, you know, I mean, it's just... I think the picture should be free.
Yes.
You know, especially if it's on your cell phone. Like, if it was like a professional photographer, and it's like, oh, okay, because you got to pay the photographer, or, you know, it's a classy picture or whatever. I mean, if you're taking, like, selfies or whatever with people, I mean, that should be free.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like if you saw us on the street, and, hey, I listen to you all the time. I'm a fan. Can I get your autograph? Free autograph. Here you go. Thank you for listening.
We got, I don't know if I've said this on the show. Recently we got some fan mail, but it was from another country. And it was just so cute.
Thank you for that.
It was just so cute. I'm like, this is adorable. It's like, oh, I listened whole show. I'm like, oh, it's awesome.
Well, we hope you enjoy the whole show.
I know.
We hope you enjoy this one and everyone after it.
And all that came before.
Yes.
Okay, so
1 year with the show.
Almost, yeah. I got to get a publishing date on that episode. It had to have been around this time because it was the Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I know. So that's all that I'm looking at. I mean, I'm bringing a couple extra bucks because last year they fucked me. You guys, seriously.
Okay, Joe Pesci.
That's how they fuck you in the drive-thru. That's from Lethal Weapon, by the way. I love Joe Pesci.
That was either 2 or 3. I think he did it in both.
Why can't Joe Pesci do Comic-Cons?
Yeah.
I would love that.
That would be
I would love to meet Joe Pesci.
Yes.
I don't know what I would say to Joe Pesci. There's nothing I could say to Joe Pesci.
You are awesome.
Yes. That'd be it. I adore you, sir. And he's short. So, I mean, I'd have to look down a little bit to look him in the eye. But he just, he's awesome.
Yes.
I have a signed photo from him.
Oh, you lucky girl.
That I got. I wrote his agent, and they sent me one back. I used to be a mad, like, I used to, like, right away, I used to write to the reps and stuff like that, and I'd get pictures back. And
yeah, the very few times I tried it, I never heard from anybody.
You have to include a self-addressed stamped envelope.
I don't remember if I did.
There you go. They don't like to respond unless you have that.
So cheap.
It is. I got Charlie Sheen's right after his meltdown.
Nice.
Because I'm like, oh, he's gonna die. So I have Charlie Sheen's because I'm like, oh, he's going down in flames. So he's gonna, and not like I wish that upon him, but I'm like, that's gonna be in the news any day now. He's found in some hotel room with just whores all around him. He was in a whore stew.
Goddesses.
In a whore stew, just passed out. They fished him out. So anyway, I forget what I was talking about.
Whores. Porn.
Whore stew. Is that what I was talking about? So
porn.
Pretty sure I wasn't talking about porn, Sean.
Winning.
What? Well, winning. Oh yeah. So last year they fucked me because seriously, I got screwed last year because what Comic-Con did, the dirty
Whores.
dirty guys, is they like held back some names. Oh, so yeah. When I went to the Comic-Con, I was like,
you weren't financially prepared.
No, I wasn't. There was like 4 or 5 people there that I was like, oh wow, I didn't know they were gonna be here, and that like they weren't people that I was like huge fans of.
But you would have liked to meet him.
But I would have liked to have gotten something signed.
Yeah.
Greg Berger was there. He does the voice of Odie in Garfield and Odie.
Did he have cheese on?
No. And he also does the voice of Grimlock. Grimlock was my favorite Dinobot.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have gotten a signed pick from him.
Grimlock.
Yeah. Brian O'Halloran.
No liking Decepticons.
Brian O'Halloran, he was from Clerks. That's an awesome movie. I love that movie. He was in Mallrats too, but Clerks. It's the shit. So, I wasn't prepared. Kevin Conroy. Yeah, I didn't know Kevin Conroy was going to be there. He's Batman. Well, he's Batman.
Voice, right?
Yeah, he does the voice of Batman and all the animated stuff. And oh man, maybe I should bring a DVD with me this time, just in case he's there.
Because Curtis Armstrong was there last year. I didn't know he was going to be there.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I still didn't get to meet him.
Well, yeah, that was like
a combination of bad timing and I just didn't.
That totally was not his fault.
I didn't want to wait around. We waited for a little while, but I didn't want to wait. I didn't know how long it's going to be, and I think Joe was going to turn into a pumpkin. If we didn't get out of it soon.
Oh, please! You know what? I have this thing.
Joe.
I have this thing where it's like, I don't like big crowds. So after I'm there for a little bit and you've been jostled and stuff, it's like I'm done with people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, I gotta get out of here.
I'm not a big crowd person myself.
Yeah, I was all set. I was ready to go too. Cause like, oh, it's too many people. I'm getting claustrophobic. I'm set.
Yeah, I just want to get in, meet people, and get out.
Yeah, you know.
It doesn't sound like fun, but.
Well, sometimes I like some of the merch is kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, it is.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm sure we'll have all kinds of stories for you guys next week.
Yes.
Sean, yes.
From Sunday, Roving Comic-Con.
Yep. Yep. So, is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
Not off the top of my head.
Not off the top of your head. All right, then.
End.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll probably have a few stories next week. So, if you've got nothing.
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. What I would like to do, and we started talking about this last week. Okay.
Well, let's finish this.
So, God damn it, we gotta finish it now. So, we had started talking last week about shows that we love that had shitty series finales.
Oh, yeah.
And I would like to continue this conversation.
Alrighty.
Because there are some shows that I liked, that I enjoyed, and they left me heartbroken.
I wish I remember the topic. I had all week to figure out more.
You had all week. We talked. As a matter of fact, we told each other. I told you Saturday.
Yep. Guess what I forgot to do?
Because Sean was on vacation.
Yes, I was.
So he
freaking over.
He did no preparation at all. It's okay though.
I had all these different projects and stuff in my mind to do this week.
How much did you accomplish?
3 out of a list of 10, maybe 3.
Ah. Okay.
I ended up making like Tuesday and Wednesday the lazy days. I didn't feel like doing anything.
And Thursday and Friday?
A little more accomplished.
Okay.
Not much.
Not much. Well, they call it a vacation for a reason.
R&R.
Yeah.
So.
I just worked. That was my life this week, as per usual.
I forgot to do my homework this week.
You did. But don't worry, because I did all mine today. So
maybe while you talk about yours, a couple will pop in my head.
Okay, well, the first one on my list is a show. So I picked shows that I watched, because I can't talk about a show that I didn't watch. I could.
Judging by the first 2, I see them too. I watch them too.
I mean, it's like, okay, it's So I picked shows that I watched. So maybe you watched these shows, maybe you didn't. I don't know. Obviously, these are kind of older shows. There's nothing in here that's...
Think about the podcast that we do. We love the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, these are older shows, so... I mean, I'm not going to talk about The Walking Dead or anything. Well, first of all, that's not over yet.
Nope.
So, I mean, what I'm trying to say is that they're technically spoilers, but they're old shows, so... I don't know.
By now.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what to say about you.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. My bad. Okay, the first one...
Or, you're welcome. We're about to tell you the dumb spoilers. The dumb series finales.
Correct. So it's like, if we're going to save you from the shitty ending,
Enjoy it up to that point.
Yeah.
Don't watch the last episode.
So the first one, Seinfeld.
Yay.
Seinfeld. Now, here's the thing, right? And I said this last week. It's like, when a show's on for a little while, even if it's only for a couple of seasons, it's like, and you have an investment in the characters, and then it's like, you get completely let down. The Seinfeld finale, which was written by Larry David, and I love Larry David, but Larry, you dicked it up.
Drop the ball, bitch.
He dropped the ball in the sewer on this. It was just so bad. So Seinfeld was on for 9 seasons. So it was, all right, here's a little briefie. A little briefie? There's a little briefie! That's a baby Lee. It's so cute. Here's a little briefie. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. There's a little briefie. Why not?
I second that was cool.
It just happened. I can't plan it. Okay, so after 9 seasons, chock full of brilliantly funny episodes about nothing, fans were understandably peeved when the final episode of this popular NBC sitcom fell short of expectations. Oh. The 2-part finale,
fell on its face.
Oh, God, yes. 2-part finale saw the core foursome, Jerry, Kramer, Elaine, and George, arrested for failing to help out someone in trouble, apparently breaking the Good Samaritan law. Now, one of the things that really ticked me off about that is that it was Massachusetts.
Yep. Why make us look bad? What did we do?
Exactly.
The whole story takes place in New York, and you're just gonna shit on Mass for why?
And you gotta come to Massachusetts to end your shit. Like, why?
We're not even right next door.
What's funny is
what part of New York?
Well, they're like in Manhattan, like the Manhattan region.
Yeah, so that's south of us.
Well, yeah.
Right.
It's
down
like
past Connecticut and Rhode Island area.
Well, it's kind of like
we're not even next door to you.
Not really, no.
Bastard.
I mean, it's like a 4-hour ride.
4-hour ride.
Tour. So, and the Good Samaritan that they failed to help was John Panette, who actually died this year. So.
See, he needed the help now.
He needed the help now. Nobody fucking helped him at all. So while on trial, they face a series of people for whom they've caused trouble over the years, from the old lady Jerry robbed for a loaf of marble bread, to the virgin woman who inspired the four to hold the contest. In theory, it's a great way to remind viewers of some of the best moments from previous seasons, like the Bubble Boy and the Soup Nazi. Sadly, the execution did not live up to the promise. Agreed.
Yes, second it.
Agreed. And like it ends with them in prison.
Yeah.
So like, what the?
You see them in the cell. I think George is pacing back and forth, and they just pan back.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it. And it's like, how can you end a show that was so creative and at times so funny?
And they've been through all that stuff over the years.
Yeah, just like a sour note.
It's like taking a poop in your mouth.
Oh, don't take a shit on my shoe and call it breakfast. That's gross.
Don't even call it dinner.
Yep. Okay. The next one makes my blood boil.
Oh shit.
The next one is I can't explain to you how angry this made me. The Sopranos. Ugh. The Sopranos. Okay, we got technically 6 seasons of The Sopranos. They broke up the last season into 2 halves, which was stupid and shitty.
Always is.
Yeah, that part alone is enough to drive you crazy.
It's like TV shows now are getting ready for their fall or their winter finale before the holiday break. You don't need it. Just don't show a show that week. Okay,
so here's a quick description. After 6 seasons of sex, drama, and violence, woo! 3 things that that's okay. I'm okay with. Many expected The Sopranos to end with a bang, but The show, which ran on HBO from 1999 to 2007, ended with a fizzle. Not just a fizzle, a fuck you. That's how it ended. That's how it ended to me. Viewers were left without answers and with a cheapened feeling. Yep, you feel like a cheap whore. Every time they hear Journeys Don't Stop Believing, that's totally true. That's totally true. Every time I hear that, I think of like how and I'm like, oh, I just get angry all over again.
She turns green.
The tune that played in the black background in the as the final events unfolded. In the final scene, it appears as though mob boss Tony Soprano, played by the late James Gandolfini, awesomely by the way, was about to get whacked while he and his family were enjoying a peaceful meal in a diner. But then something terrible happened. The screen turned completely black. Viewers were not only disappointed, but many frantically grabbed for their remotes thinking their TV had gone kaput until they saw the credits slowly and discouragingly begin to roll. What? Talk about a letdown. HBO got flooded with calls because people thought the black screen was the network's fault.
Ooh.
So HBO got the brunt of people's abuse. It was not their fault. Now, the bitch of this is that a lot of people have done their own interpretations of this, supposedly what had occurred. There's just so much. I mean, you could go any way with it. The bitch is that who's the guy? David.
That's off.
No, the guy who created the show, and now I can't remember his name. But he often was like, well, you know, maybe in the future or whatever, we'll make like a movie or whatever. And that opportunity's gone because James Gandolfini's gone.
Now,
so it's
how
like...
do you replace him?
You can't.
Right.
You can't. And it's like any opportunity for us
Nobody will accept it if they try it.
No, absolutely not. So it's like any opportunity for us to get any kind of closure with this show is gone, and you just have to kind of make peace with it. And I actually started a couple of weeks ago rewatching the show, and it's still brilliant and it's still awesome, but knowing how it ends just makes me sad. It does, because I'm just like, I love the show, and it was like I got HBO because of The Sopranos. You know, it's like, oh my god,
yeah, kicked you in the gut at the end.
And it was just like a kick in the throat because it just, you know, it went black, and then everybody's like, what the fuck?
Every time I hear HBO, I always think about the old, like during the 80s, when you're waiting for a movie to come on.
Yeah.
They had a feature presentation, they had the logo, you're kind of going through the logo.
Oh, yeah.
The little theme. Oh, shit.
You don't have to beat up the mic, Sean. I understand what you're talking about.
I just love that. Understood.
So that kind of made me angry. Yeah. And it's still painful. It's still painful. Okay. There's no... Alright, I don't know how you guys are going to feel about me after I tell you this, but
ooh.
I liked CSI Miami. I liked it. I actually thought David Caruso, his character was awesome. He was kind of badass, but like, you know, he wasn't like, you know, he looked like an everyman kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But I mean, like, he was getting the job done.
I hope so.
He was getting the job done. That's right, and it was kind of a cool show. They used a lot of like filter when they filmed it, so a lot of the colors really popped. So it was almost like not cartoony, but it had a different feel to it. Now, the problem with this show is that when it ended after the 9th season, CBS decided not to renew it.
Of course.
So the last episode is the last episode.
Oh.
And even the actors went on Twitter and were like, if we knew this was going to be our last episode, we would have done
something better.
Something, yeah, it's like we would have done so much more.
We would have given you closure.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like...
Without lunch.
And I mean, it's not like, you know, I mean, they're cops, so it's like, well, do you really need closure? I mean, they get up and they go to work the next day.
They solve more crimes.
Yeah, they're solving deaths. They're getting it done. It's cheesy. It was a very cheesy show, but that's what made it kind of fun. So it's like it just ended kind of like, here's the end. Because you
this
never
is what you get. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, I mean, you never got like a complete ending because they didn't renew it.
Bastards.
Yeah. Okay, now, do you remember a show, I think it was on ABC, called Dinosaurs?
Yes.
It was done by the Jim Henson people. Jim Henson's Creature Shop. Dinosaurs was about a family of dinosaurs. They were large...
Not Dinobots.
Not Dinobots. They were dinosaurs. They were large animatronic kind of Muppets.
Were they Muppets? Yeah. They were
Well,
Muppets.
yeah, basically. No, they were Muppets.
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 They had people in the suits and stuff like that, and it was a very popular show, and it was one of those shows that like they had adult humor, but kids could like it too, because they thought it was funny. So you kind of rode that line.
Here's the jokes that you adults
don't
understand, but you kids won't understand.
There's a lot of jokes that, and then I rewatched it when I got older, when it came out on DVD, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, and I rewatched it, I was like, oh my god, like, there's a lot in here that I didn't realize, because I was a little bit younger. I think it was in, maybe 9th grade, 10th grade, when that show came out. But then, you live a life and you realize, oh, fuck. That show, I mean, like, I don't know... I can't sit here and say, all right, if I were to end this show, this is how I would end it. But the dinosaurs ended actually kind of fucked up. Because it was a show that kids watched and adults watched as well. It lasted 3 or 4 seasons, and it focused on a family of dinosaurs, and the humor was adult. I already said that, didn't I? And it was like, the series actually ends with the Ice Age.
Oh.
Yes.
Burr.
The entire family is freezing to death, and that's it. Like the Ice Age is happening.
Throw him a jacket.
It's not gonna work. The Ice Age is happening, and it's like they're watching it out the window, and then the camera like pans, and that's it. And you're like, holy fuck, everybody's gonna die. The
camera's looking at them freezing their asses off. Pans away like, the hell with you, bye. Yeah, I'm out of here.
It's like, union break, I gotta go. I gotta go, union rules.
Gee, look at the time. I gotta do my homework. I gotta feed the hogs.
Wash the car. But it's just fucked up for a show that was like a family comedy. It's like, hey kids, Ice Age. Enjoy it.
Here you go.
They're all gonna die.
That's all you get.
They're all gonna die. So, that's kind of fucked up.
Yep.
I'm skimming through my list. Okay. This one upset me as well. Actually. Do you remember, well, this wasn't on that long ago, so you might have seen a commercial or two. Lie to Me. There's a show called Lie to Me.
Yes.
The premise of this show, I think they threw
I'm lying to her already. I don't know.
Are you really? Are you lying to me? I can't tell. So... I think they throw this show on. I think it was on like After House, right? So, Lie to Me. Okay, Tim Roth, awesome. Tim Roth as a guy who's a deception expert, even more awesome. So, the show was canceled rather abruptly, as it fucking happens. So, everything feels really incomplete. And it's another case of not getting the proper closure with the characters because the network just said, well, fuck it. Mm-hmm. So it's like you get like 4 seasons. I think it went 3 seasons. I think it only went 3. Yeah, I think it was one of those deals that like season 1 they kind of broke up, and half of 1 became season 2. One of those lame ass things. But it's actually a really good show. I have it on DVD, and I can't finish it because I know it just pisses me off.
Before you jump onto the list show, I just thought of one.
By all means.
Which would be my list.
By all means.
If I made one.
If you had bothered to do your homework, Sean.
This would be on top of my list.
What is it?
Well, it wasn't really a big show.
Okay.
It was popular by name and by character. But it wasn't really a big hit. But because I was a fan of the Elm Street movies, Freddy's Nightmares, the Elm Street series, that ended abruptly too. That was one of those last episode. That's your last episode.
Doesn't that suck?
But it was the last episode because they got canceled.
Yeah.
Now the show was the way that the Robert Englund and them was told. The show can be dark. They can do all sorts of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It went 2 seasons. So they have 44 episodes total.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 5 or 6 of them are my favorite because Freddy was in them as a character. The first episode's the best, which I mentioned before a few times because it pretty much shows what I would like to see as a prequel to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Freddy being Freddy before he gets burned.
Sorry.
But yeah, they were told the show was going to be on late at night, so they could be as dark and whatever they
gruesome.
Whatever they wanted to do.
Okay.
But yet, when the show was being distributed to all these networks, they were putting the show on at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
Ah.
When they were supposed to be putting them on at 10 o'clock at night or after.
Okay.
So it took at least one mother or some parent up there.
One mother of a parent.
When I heard, she complained, because it was so dark. Let's put it that way. She complained about the way the show was, and because of that, they had to cancel the show. Because all these stupid networks were putting them on in the afternoon, like after school, instead of at night when they should have been putting them on.
I really hate when one person tries to dictate what everybody else should be doing.
Right. 'Cause
you know what I'm saying?
I'm sure we talked about this before.
I'm sure we have.
You don't like something that's on TV?
Don't watch it.
Change the channel.
Exactly.
Shut it off. You don't want your kid to see it? You're the parent. You can control them not to watch it. You don't like something that's being said on the radio? Don't listen. Change the channel. Turn it off.
But just listen to this show.
Yeah.
Yes, that really irritates me when people are like, I was offended. So the fuck what?
Yeah.
You have the right to be offended. Absolutely. But you do not have the right to dictate how everybody else should be offended.
Keep it to yourself. Don't watch the show.
Right.
Don't let your family watch the show.
Oh, you're going to fire me up. I hate censorship. I do.
Well, the other thing that bugs me about the show.
Yeah.
It was one of those spin-offs that still, to this day, has not made it to Blu-ray or DVD yet.
I wonder why.
Tales from the Crypt. I see that in all the stores.
That's coming back.
Yes.
I've heard Tales from the Crypt is coming back.
I've seen that on the shelves as DVD.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th only had 3 seasons. It had nothing to do with Jason Voorhees.
Why call it Friday the 13th?
I don't know. The whole thing about it was this guy who owned or ran a antique store. Like, all the items in the store were like haunted and had their own little stories that happened. I never watched it.
That was a Twilight Zone episode.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But that's on DVD now.
Huh.
I saw that on the shelves at FYE before I left there. But to this day, Freddy's Nightmares has still not been distributed by Warner Brothers yet.
I wonder why.
Because fans like me want it. And they don't want to give it to us.
Don't you have bootleg copies of it anyway?
I still have VHS tapes when I recorded it off Chiller Network. Back in like 2006 or 7. I do have it on a couple of DVDs, which I got from people who recorded it from the Chiller Network and burned it on DVD. So I have a 9-disc set, and I have 2 other sets. One of them I got at one of those. Might have been at one of the Comic-Cons. But yet, I paid $40 for the set, and the pictures ain't that great.
Oh, that sucks.
The picture quality.
That sucks.
They had a laptop set up on a table, playing it. The picture looked crystal clear. So I assume it's the pixel rate.
Maybe. Yeah, when you blow it up. Yeah.
Because I'm trying to watch it on a 55-inch TV, and it doesn't look as clear as when I saw it on the laptop.
Well, I don't know what to
there
say.
With connections to Warner Brothers. Please talk to someone out there to have them distribute Freddy's Nightmares, the series. Because fans like me want it.
I guess.
Officially, from them.
I don't know. I'd like to say there's probably a reason, but I don't know.
They probably don't give a shit. This is the reason.
Probably not.
But you had stupid Friday the 13th series, which has nothing to do with Jason Voorhees. He's on the shelves right now.
Oh, there's nothing I can say. There's nothing I can say.
For those just listening, I just gave the finger to the camera to them.
That's fine. So, okay, I'm going to go back to my list.
Yeah, so right at the moment, that's the only one I can vent about.
That's the only one? Really?
I think I vented about the Shield last time, didn't I?
No. Well, you vented to me in the car about it.
Oh.
You can talk about that show. Good.
Oh, my other one is The Shield with Michael Chiklis.
He's from Boston.
Lowell.
Yay!
He's from Lowell,
Mass. I don't really care enough about Lowell to yay it. I just was like, yay!
But yeah, the ending was pretty much like a dud, kind of like Seinfeld was.
Yeah.
So Vic Mackey's a LAPD cop. Goes through 7 seasons, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about 7. I haven't watched them in a while. But he goes through so much shit over the years, and towards the end of the season, like, he done so much crap, and he pretty much throws his guys, like, he has a strike team. He pretty much throws his boys under the bus to get immunity for everything he's done.
Punk bitch.
The FBI was investigating him and his team. So to save him and his family, he gave up everybody in his team of all the stupid shit. Well, it's not just stupid, but the crazy shit that they did over the years.
Yeah.
You know, like killing people and hiding evidence and everything you can think of.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
So this way he gets immunity. Spots open on the FBI, and he's trying to get a position in that as part of his deal. And he gets the position in the FBI. But yeah, then they show him in a suit and tie. He's at I think his desk was a cubicle. He was looking at it like, are you fucking kidding me?
Cubicles can suck.
But he's at his new desk late at night when other people are going home. Lights are being turned off around him. There's a janitor that's vacuuming or something.
Yeah.
And he's just looking sadly at his desk and sadly out the window, and that's how it ends.
Well,
everything he's been through, and yes, he threw his boys under the bus and all that, which was a huge dick move. But
it is. He deserves fucking everything he gets.
It was just like a letdown of an ending.
No, yeah, I get it. That sucks, because it's like, you expect something, bigger. The build-up.
Yeah.
And when it doesn't pay off, it's just like, oh, man.
It's like the floor under your feet just gave out.
The floor under my feet have collapsed. Oh, boy.
All right, those are my two.
Okay.
What do you got next?
What do I got next? Okay, I'm going to skip around my list. You know what?
Nope.
Alf.
Ha!
There's a show in the 80s. You guys remember it. It's called Alf. Sure. Now, here's the thing. All right?
That's how he's Jekyll.
Yes. And here's the thing, you guys. In the very first episode, there's like an FBI... I don't know if you remember it. There's like an FBI guy that comes to the house. Okay? And he's like, we saw something.
We're not home.
Blah, blah, blah. So the wife... What's her name?
Bitch.
Her name is Bitch! I don't remember her name. There was Tanner. Kate. Right?
I forget the name.
Will?
I haven't seen it in so long.
Willie and Kate. Right? Willie! Alright, let's just say...
Are you playing with your Willie again?
Maybe. Let's just say her name is Kate, because I don't know. So Kate opens up the door and she's like, what's up? And he's like, well, I'm paraphrasing. And he's like, well, we saw something, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, we don't have an alien, no aliens here.
We ain't seen shit.
Yep. So then she's like, yeah, we haven't seen anything. And he's like, oh, okay. And then she goes, just, for my own personal reference, what would you do if you did find an alien? And then he starts to tell her everything that they would do, like subject him to all these tests. Boom. Then they'd fucking freeze him. Boom. And then they'd fucking dissect him. Boom. All this gross shit. And she's like, oh, okay.
I wouldn't want to be him. So, oh, thank you.
So then the family decides they need to harbor this alien. So that's why he's with them. Now, in the last episode, the final episode of Alf is crushing. He receives a transmission that his friends from Melmac, he was from Melmac, Gordon Shumway, his real name. That's kind of ignorant. He tells them in the first episode that his name is Gordon Shumway. They just decide, fuck you, we're calling you Alf.
And where did they get Alf?
Alien life form.
Oh.
So they're just like, even though we know
like E.T.
Even though we know your name is Gordon, it'd be like if I looked at you and said, I know your name is Sean, but I'm just going to call you Guy. What's up, Guy? And like, that would be annoying. So, anyway. So his friends from Melmac, they're headed for Earth. He sets up a rendezvous with them. Just before they can land, a task force surrounds him. His friends are low on gas. Like, seriously? Like, they didn't fill up the tank before they left Melmac? And then they're low on gas, so they're trying to circle around, and they're like, we have no gas, dude. We gotta go. So they leave him there because they have no gas. That's a dick move.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So, they fly away, and they leave Alf to deal with this potential shitstorm.
Sadly, we'll be back.
So, sadly, this episode was not meant to be the series finale. It was meant to be a cliffhanger. Just another example of a network fucking us out of closure. It was meant
to
be a finale. That's how they fuck you with closure. Seriously. It's like, you know what? I don't know. It just really irritates me. Because it's like, it wasn't meant to be the finale, and now you're left to wonder. And because that guy had said, if you remember in the beginning, the very first episode, and he's like, oh, we're going to torture him and do all this shit. So, like, they're going to murder Alf. And cut him open and do all kinds of shit that's awful.
That's a terrible ending.
It is a terrible ending.
That's so sad. If you remember the first one, and then you watch that one.
Yes.
Like, oh,
it's a horrible ending. Now I think, if I recall properly, and I believe that I do, several years later, and we're talking like the 90s, like late 90s, they did a TV movie of Alf, where it was like we finally got the answers for that ending.
I've never seen it.
It exists. Trust me. And it was like a made.
I bet you can find it on YouTube.
I bet it's on YouTube.
YouTube has everything.
I've never looked for it on YouTube, but it's probably on YouTube. And you get they fixed it. It's like you get all the answers that you wanted, and all this stuff. Like he gets away and blah blah blah. But it's like, that's really fucked up because they left us for like 10 years.
Yeah. Going,
Alf is dead.
Well, they were probably tired of hearing everybody bitch.
Okay, here's another one that I bitched about for years.
Bitch again.
And because we're low on time, this will probably be the last one we talk about.
Shit.
That's okay, because I feel like I'm ending on a positive angry burst.
Positive, negative.
I'm ending on a positive negative. I'm a yin-yang. So, I'm sure you watched the show. Everybody in the 80s did. The Wonder Years.
Yes.
All right. So now we have something we can talk about.
I had a crush on Danica.
I thought, what's his name? Fred Savage was a little cutie. Like, oh, he's so cute.
I thought it was cool.
He's cute. He's like the same age as me, too.
As 1 years ago, I had a crush with Danica.
Okay.
She played Winnie Cooper.
And then she, like, turned out to be this fucking math genius. She's like a super genius.
All right.
Okay. So, here's the thing. The Wonder Years, you don't know.
What would you do if I sang out of tune?
I would run. So, The Wonder Years was a show. What is it? It takes place in the 60s. Or the 70s?
I forget. Somewhere around there. It's like peace and flowers.
the beginning episode
looks like she's
like a hippie.
She's got the thing on her head and everything.
Karen, I think her name was.
Yep.
The very first episode, Winnie's brother dies in Vietnam. So
Good night, Vietnam.
Oh, that's rough. So you're talking like that's like the late 60s. Okay.
I'd say goodnight because lights are off, man.
Oh, I can't even. So that's the time frame that you're looking at. So, and you want to talk being pissed off about shit not coming out on DVD? Yes. I was always pissed about The Wonder Years because they used a lot of music from that time and then couldn't get the clearances for it. So it was like they had to either replace the music or try to acquire the clearance to leave it in.
There's a cop show I used to watch in the late 90s called New York Undercover.
Yeah?
That still have yet to be put out on DVD, and I think it's because they used a lot of regular songs.
Yeah, I mean, like, I went through the same thing with WKRP. I love WKRP. And the original DVD release, they put it out, but they replaced all the songs. And then I think it was Shout, the company. Shout. Grabbed it and they got as many clearances as they could because I don't want to pause for you to sing. So they got as many clearances as they could, and so it's like some of the episodes still have the original music, and that takes place in the 70s. That's also on my list, by the way. I'm not going to get to that one, but fuck CBS. So The Wonder Years. I made it through this entire series, and they couldn't even give me a Kevin and Winnie happy ending. And
Kevin couldn't even get a happy ending.
Okay, I didn't even get... So, like, the whole series, I kept going, well, alright, this sucks. I know they're going to end up together. They're going to end up together. They have to. This is great.
That's how I'm
sure it'll happen.
Felt.
Yes. And then they punch me in the throat. And his goddamn dad dies? What the fuck?
I forgot about that.
Yes! This is like the most heartbreaking fucking thing. It's like he doesn't get Winnie. He loses his dad.
Damn those writers.
But Wayne is still a dickhead.
That character will always be.
Oh, man. Jason Hervey? Jesus.
Well, he played a dick in a lot of things.
Well, yeah, he did that really well. Oh. So it's like you didn't even get the payoff there. Which, I know life takes its courses and you don't always end up with people like that. And it's like, okay, but, this is TV.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have a happy ending.
Especially doing so many seasons.
Yeah. How many seasons was Wonder Years on? At least 5.
At least.
I want to say that it lasted 6 or 7.
That's what I want to say.
That's what I want to say.
Maybe close to 7.
Yeah. So it's like we invested all this time, and it's like, okay.
7 years of our life.
I know. We're going to get the ending that we deserve, and we did not. We didn't get it. What can I do?
Oh.
Yeah. I'm looking at the clock, and I'm like, I could probably squeeze in one more.
I think you can.
You think I can? All right.
Yeah, we still got to cut out a little bit.
Okay. House MD. I fucking loved this show. I love Hugh Laurie.
I second that.
Oh, I love Hugh Laurie. Awesome.
I'm seconding that she loves it. I didn't watch it when I was around her.
Oh, House was an awesome show. Medical show. It was filmed... Well, the way that they did things, it was really cool. They were actually as accurate. House was actually named one of the most accurate medical shows on for its time.
There you go.
And I loved it. I love him. I was in all the way. The payoff. Once again, I did not meet my level of satisfaction. I was not satisfied with the ending. So I'll just read this real quick. Mm-hmm. Okay, first of all. What they did to Wilson was shitty. I'm just going to say that. They gave the oncologist cancer. What the fuck?
Really?
What the fuck, you guys? Seriously? So, while I agree that the ending is sad and poignant, House faking his own death so that he can spend Wilson's last days with him, it's a beautiful gesture.
Yes.
But since House was like on such like a downward spiral through the entire series with his Vicodin addiction, I think they should have just had him OD.
Yeah.
Which is shitty, but it's almost what you expected. You're like, this guy, he's never gonna live. Look at the way he's popping pills. He's crazy. And then he'd be off it, and then he'd go back on, and I mean, he was just nuts.
Walking with the cane. Yeah,
well, yeah, that was a problem. I think that an OD would have been a more natural ending. But the ending that they used was okay. I would have been satisfied, like a little more satisfied if they brought Cuddy in, if they had her, him and her have some kind of closure with their relationship, because she left the show. She had a disagreement with the producers or whatever on the show, and she left the show.
Bye, bitch.
Bye, Felicia. Kind of abruptly. So we never kind of got closure with their relationship.
I was actually speaking on her behalf towards them.
Yeah. And so, like, House and Wilson kind of ride off into the sunset, and you almost have this unfinished feeling. And it's like how I imagined this whole thing playing out was like after Wilson dies from cancer. I mean, House just naturally ODs anyway because Wilson was the only thing he had in his life.
Yeah.
But we didn't get the whole thing. So that's not as shitty an ending as some of the other endings that I've talked about. Mm-hmm. But it's still an ending that it was like, oh,
this made more sense.
This could have been better. Better. And you know what's funny about that episode is it aired while I was on my honeymoon. And Jay and I were out, and I looked at her and I was like, we have to get back to the hotel because House is on. And he goes, are you fucking serious? Yes. I need to watch the finale. And he's like, okay. He's like, what is happening? What's going on? I'm like, I can't describe how I'm feeling to you right now. I'm distraught. I am distraught. Oh. Real quick, okay, before we close out, because it is that time. Bam, bam. My show Red Oaks came back. I will be binge watching that soon. I love it.
When she has time?
Yeah, when I have time.
She's not so busy.
I already told Jay, I'm like, Red Oaks came back. I'm so watching that. I love that show. It takes place in the 80s. It's a great, great show.
Ooh, 80s.
It's a great, great show. It's a very solid show. I like that show. My homeboy Billy Eichner, Billy on the Street, comes back this week. He's been pimping that out, so I'll give him a quick shout out because he's cool. That's all I got. Gotham has been just trucking along. I don't know what the fuck.
Gotham's been Gotham.
Gotham has been Gotham. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is on break. They won't be back till the end of the month. So that gives me...
Done winter break.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. But that gives me time to watch that episode that I missed. So I'm good with it.
Well, that gives you a little free time.
That gives me a little free time. A little bit. Life gets hectic, Sean. I don't know what I can say.
And speaking of Gotham, next time you hear from us, we would have met 2 people from the show.
He would have met 2 people from the show. I will stand there and quietly observe him meeting 2 people from the show. And try not to have a heart attack or something.
While I lean over to Sean Pertwee and say, she thinks you got the voice of Caramel.
Do not say that.
She said your voice is like Caramel. She loves it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead and talk to her right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, do it, son. Do it. No, I can't even.
Talk to her in your Alfred voice.
I would pass out. That is awful. Okay, so next week, hopefully we'll have some cool Comic-Con stories for you. If we can sneak some pics, we will.
Maybe I can figure out some other shows that I'll have problems with at the end. I gotta look through my DVD collection. That gives me ideas.
Maybe next week I talk about endings that I actually did like. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we need to...
Comic-Con stories will be first.
Yeah, we gotta yak about the Comic-Con.
That'll be my 1-year anniversary.
Yep. So... Okay, so you can... So you can watch us on YouTube. You can listen on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. That's it. So, like, subscribe, do what you do. We love it.
Check us out on YouTube.
So that's it. Sean's going to tell you something, and I'm going to go away.
Well, peace.
Far, far away. Far away from a distance.
Everybody out there, have a good everything.
Oh, was that it? I thought there'd be more. Oh, that's an ending I don't like. It's on my list. Fuck.
See?